Did you know about 38 million people are living with HIV, and only 68% of them are on antiretroviral therapy worldwide? From the early 1980s to now, the United States, like other countries, are facing HIV as an epidemic situation, a virus that attacks your immune system. This untreated HIV develops into AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Though scientists stated several risk factors responsible for this infection, inaccurate information and zero scientific validity with false assumptions about persons living with HIV are still used to promote stigma and prejudice. In this 21st century, we've gone a long way to understand HIV and AIDS, yet erroneous ideas continue to contribute to stigmas associated with HIV. Due to stigma, people with HIV are deprived from their social rights and suffer from depression and anxiety, ultimately hindering their health care needs. Because of that, their viral load increases. The chance of transmission increases. So, what can you do to protect yourself against HIV stigma? As a person with HIV, how does this stigma influence? We'll speak about a few things you should know about HIV to prevent stigma. But first, let's talk about why HIV still raises concern. Or, what is HIV stigma? Do you know scientists think that HIV originated from a chimpanzee-specific virus in West Africa in the 1930s? Back at that time, they also stated that this disease was transferred to humans via blood transfusions during hunting activities. Over the years, the virus has spread throughout Africa and the rest of the world. HIV stands for the human immunodeficiency virus, which makes people more susceptible to infections and several kinds of malignancies that healthy immune systems can fend off in the first place. Affected people become immunodeficient as the virus kills and inhibits the functions of their immune cells. The stage of symptoms can differ. There's a chance that you'll have no symptoms in the first few weeks following the first infection, or an influenza-like sickness with a fever can be seen. A weakened immune system can lead to additional symptoms, such as enlarged lymph nodes, weight loss, high fever, and diarrhea. However, if left untreated, serious illnesses such as tuberculosis, cryptococcal meningitis, several bacterial infections, as well as cancerous diseases like lymphoma and Kaposi can be seen. Negative attitudes and views regarding persons with HIV are called HIV stigma. There are numerous stigmas around in the world, such as HIV is less of a threat than it formerly was, which was a false positive statement around people. HIV only affects certain groups of people. HIV is easily transmitted through touch, or HIV is a death sentence, commonly among us, creating so many misconceptions about HIV transmission and prevention. Different types of stigmas can exist. In addition to experiencing stigmas, people living with HIV may internalize or expect stigmas. As well as being self-imposed, HIV stigmas and discriminations can be structural, individual, or institutional. As a result of HIV stigmas, persons living with HIV may suffer from poor physical health, poor health care habits, and poor interpersonal connections, such as social economic impact, inadequate health care, vulnerable to infections, and maintaining healthy relationships. So, what are things you should know about HIV to avoid stigma? You may not realize it, but some words and phrases can contribute to the stigmatization of people with HIV. Questions like, "Are you HIV free?" should always be avoided. Always think about the phrases you choose when chatting with a guy, whether it's online or in person. By doing so, you can learn how to communicate HIV in a non-stigmatizing way by using the CDC's HIV Stigma Language Guide, which helps you differentiate the problematic phrase or word to more appropriate words while interacting with a person with HIV. Keeping up with the current HIV environment is crucial. which includes understanding how the virus is spread and the preventative measures or what's being done. Always increase your knowledge about current developments of HIV. Add up your knowledge. Generate new thoughts related to HIV. Standing up against discrimination and involved HIV organizations. Here are some other ideas for standing up to stigma. Can it help you to know about important and recent facts related to HIV stigma? By knowing CDC's fact sheet on HIV stigma, you can educate yourself and eradicate common misconceptions regarding HIV. By viewing the personal stories of people living healthy with HIV, you can get inspired and you can inspire your loved ones who are dealing with HIV. You can visit Positive Spin to know these stories and check out the CDC's Stop HIV Stigma campaign, which highlights how each individual plays in ending HIV stigma and offers a voice to those living with HIV and their friends and family. To avoid stigma, you can get involved yourself with HIV-related efforts, which surely is helpful for eradicating stigma. HIV-related campaigns and seminars are the best options for this. It can even have perfect elements where researchers, healthcare professionals share their experience while treating HIV, and many people who are dealing with HIV share their thoughts about how they survive. Getting these type of messages out surely eliminates misconceptions and stigma. Though HIV situations are epidemic, there are still inadequate facilities available for both people with HIV and people like you who want to know more about HIV. Like other health conditions such as cancer or any genetic disorders, awareness programs related to HIV should be organized more. Numerous simple actions can help eradicate HIV stigma by making positive changes in our homes and communities. Every one of us has a responsibility to refute the damaging beliefs surrounding HIV and advocate for those who they may harm. As a first step, educate yourself and others around you on HIV facts.
Thanks for watching our video. For more healthy experiences, subscribe to our channel and keep yourself updated by pressing the bell icon.